Hello YouTubers, I'm Eric Raboni and this is going to be Raboni's Greenhouse Varieties YouTube channel with my beautiful wife Misty behind the camera. And my subject today is rocket mass heater furnace. And I have built one. I've never seen one in my entire life. I've watched them on YouTube for years. I decided to build one and this is my second attempt. First one was a total fail. And this baby works, and if you think you want to build a huge rocket mass heater, you might want to try building a little one first, because the heat that this thing throws is sick. The biggest mistake I made was having a top lid. It gets so hot you can't open it until it's pretty much burned out. It's insane. This thing works so good. I am burning any kind of wood that I would like. Just like they say, you know, once you get it warmed up, you can put green hemlock in here. You can put green ash, oak, cherry, hard maple, soft maple, whatever you want. I haven't tried pine yet. I mean, just to get an idea, I'm putting the same size wood in this thing. You know, we're talking 22 inches. You know, this is 20, you know, get an idea, you know, 23 inches, 14 inches across. That's huge wood, I think. And it's amazing how this thing works. But I did not understand a rocket stove until this thing. So that's where we're at. And if you want to know anything in the comments or any questions, feel free to ask. And we'll walk around this really quick and I'll show you the main reason you will not want to use a top load on something this big. Here we go. There's the first problem. And I have a fix. And this door is extremely heavy. And I've lined this, I built this out of 4-inch concrete block, lined it with 3 inches of ceramic fiber blanket, and then inside I put fire brick. And we laid this up. It took us 2 days because the first attempt I lined it with steel and it melted in one night. I ran this when it was 24 below one night. The first night, actually. It took me a month to build it. And I ran it hard, and we had to do some fixes. But I think I've solved all my issues. Fire brick has made a huge difference, other than this top, which I think I'm going to go up 2 more courses, make an arch with fire brick, put a nice little oven on the side, and we can make lunch when we're in here working. And by the way, this is a 30 by 96 Gothic style greenhouse. And after about a week of learning how to run this thing and get it going, on a 15 below night, I maintained 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And I filled it 3 times with 10 pieces of that size wood each fill. 3 p.m., 9 p.m., and 3 a.m. And that's, to me, not much wood for this size of a greenhouse, for that cold. We live in a pretty harsh wintertime environment up here on the Tug Hill, in upstate, I should say northern New York. And, you know, every winter's different. And some are cold and some aren't, but this is half cold. So this thing does a great job. You know, the firebox is 20, I can put 24-inch wood in it, 32 inches across. It's huge. But the heat, don't ever underestimate one of these, all these videos I watch, these guys are burning little sticks heating their house. I'm thinking, what the heck? And for years I'm thinking, how can I make one of these to heat a greenhouse? And this thing will heat a greenhouse with no problem. A big greenhouse, a bigger one than this one, I think, a little bit. On a 20-degree night, I filled it up at 3 p.m. and never had to put a stick of wood into it until 4 in the morning. And I had to leave it shut down for over a day and a half so I could shoot this video because these blocks and everything was so warm, and I wouldn't have never been able to open this thing. It's just so hot. When the first night I burned it, I opened it up and I looked in there and I had to shut it. It was so hot. It was all red in there. It was crazy hot. I just can't believe it, and it just works so good. And this is my ash door. I have a damper on here hooked to a thermostat. And I do have a secondary air under the grates. Works incredible. You warm this thing up, you throw some cardboard in there, a few sticks, wait a half hour, and load it. Shut the door. But I am definitely going to put a door on the front because this is just insane. As we go around, like I said, I made this with 4-inch thick wide concrete blocks. I put rebar, filled them solid with high strength concrete, and I used high temp mortar, and I'm glad I did. These will get up to about 150, 160. You can hold your hand on them, and they just stay warm. They just never cool down. It takes over a day. And my bell is 4 foot square, 4 foot high, 4 foot wide, long, with 1/4-inch thick steel with angle iron so that I can access inside my riser at any point I want. I just lift this plenum off and I can get inside there. And you know, here's the chimney. The highest I've got for a temperature was 210 so far. And I'm not done. I'm still going to make my heated bench around the corner. And when I know that I've got that working, I've got other big ideas. We've got 15,000 square foot of greenhouses, 7 of them. So I'm going to build 6 more of these babies. And each one is going to be custom for each greenhouse. And I've got some super ideas, but I am not going any bigger. Trust me, you don't need to go any bigger. And I will do a separate video on loading it and getting it going. And I'll read the comments and maybe be able to answer a few questions in the comments. And we're going to continue shooting videos in the next 12 weeks. You know, we're starting our cuttings and growing, and I've got 2 more greenhouses to put up by the middle of March, so we'll probably be showing how we do that. I feel like it'll be interesting. So, talk to you.